Welcome to the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show, a broadcast service of globalbusinessnews.net.
This episode from the meeting room of Global TV Talk Show is brought to you by
The Bridge School, the accredited international online private school of choice, at bridgek12.org.
Porch Light Rental and Destination Services. Reduce your renter lump sum or managed relocation costs. Visit them at porchlightrental.com.
And by airs.com. With our full range of services, we can help design and manage your international relocation. Find us at airs.com.
Primestone Partners, featuring corporate, government, and developer housing solutions, as well as senior-level advisory services. Find them at primestonepartners.com.
And by International Auto Source. We are the vehicle experts for expats, featuring all major brands of automobiles with flexible solutions and financing. On the web at intlauto.com.
Become a global player in your field.
Cross Culture to Go provides virtual support for your global business and career success.
We can help you thrive in 140 plus countries and markets.
On the web at crossculturetogo.com.
This is Ed, and you're on Global TV Talk Show, coming today from Southern California in Palm Desert, California. Okay, so this is another episode of what we're calling Global FOTOTalk. I've taken a number of pictures using my Galaxy phone. It's got a super camera, and they have professional editing app, which I've been using. And this is one show in a long series to give you the opportunity to see my pictures, but also I welcome you to send me your pictures and come on this show and join me in a dialogue about the meaningfulness of your pictures, if any meaning. If they're pretty or they're descriptive, it's okay. Let's have some fun on FOTOTalk. So, Producer Paul, I'm ready for your display, and thank you very much for doing this. Now, here we are. This looks like a blast from the past. Well, it actually is. That's Tom Cruise, and this is a bar scene from Kansas City Barbecue in San Diego. Now, it's real. It happened. Of course, they built the set based upon the real restaurant, which is still there, by the way. It's right across the street from the Hyatt in Seaport Village, San Diego, downtown. So this is a scene from the movie. You know which movie it is? Tom Cruise. So, you know, they're coming back with the new episode with Tom Cruise in it, and it's supposed to be out in movie theaters this summer. This is a great scene. The guy in the glasses is playing the piano, and that's his kid, and they're singing and having a good time after a bunch of beers. This is an interesting use of light on a water fountain in San Diego's Little Italy in an area called the food court. Okay, and the food court is, well, what you think of it when you go by in a mall or an airport. There's a bar, of course, and a lot of big screens for sports shows. And inside the food court are a variety of stands or stalls. One is about Asian food, Asian fusion food, and then pizza, and then Maine lobster, you know, and ice cream cones, and very lively. And right outside the food court is this fountain. And they have tables set up, tables with umbrellas and chairs. And it's quite festive. San Diego's Little Italy. Now, here we are. This is real. This is taken in the beach town called Imperial Beach, or IB for locals. Okay, IB. And it is right on the border of Tijuana, Mexico. Actually, Tijuana is within sight. You can certainly see it. But it's actually around 10, 12 miles away from the spot where we are right here. And this sign is taken right outside the bar, which is right on the street, on the beach, IB. Now, here we have a beautiful picture. This is downtown San Diego, part of it anyway, on the waterfront. And you see right in the center, there's a sailing ship all lit up. It's a little hard to see with all the lighting there. This is a high contrast, high definition photo, of course. So everything is a little augmented. But it's a real picture. And San Diego has boomed. And there's, even though the COVID, it's actually been in the midst and still continues, downtown building boom. This downtown sector will be unrecognizable to people who haven't been in downtown San Diego the past 2 years. Hi, this is about the brain and the different sections of the brain. And we just had a program featuring Christine Morley, who's based in Monaco. And she's a professional speaker, and she was discussing neuro-linguistic stuff about how to prepare yourself to be a speaker, including on camera, on Zoom. Anyway, utilizing the different sections of the brain and the 5 senses to prepare yourself to relax and to prepare a speech, to appeal to different sectors or sections of the audience brains. Fascinating. Oh, that's me. So I'm standing in Coronado and looking across to downtown, and those 2 white towers, that's the Hyatt I just referred to. And this is, I don't know, I think it was last summer or fall, and the sea clouds are coming in from behind me, which is Coronado. Coronado's a peninsula that actually looks like an island except for a narrow causeway. And it's right off downtown San Diego, but it sits out in the middle of the ocean. So the temperature usually, because it's surrounded by ocean, is somewhat cooler and more breezy than right across that bay. So vinyl's coming back. I have about 133 albums that are in storage, and I'm not going to sell them, but I know some people are selling their old records. Anyway, this was taken inside a museum. It's actually the historic home of US President Woodrow Wilson, who was president during the last pandemic about 100 years ago. And this is in one of his study rooms, and that it actually plays. It's been preserved, and it actually plays. The museum, the home, and now a museum, was the scene of our last live training conference. The date was February 27, 2020. It's in Washington, D.C., in a section of town called Embassy Row, where a lot of countries from around the world have their homes, embassies, and offices. Interesting. And this is inside the meeting room, inside that historic home. As you can see, it's old-fashioned, but very elegant, high quality. And this was one of our speakers. That was Mr. Ray Da Silva from Mobility Exchange. And as you can see, we had a full house. These are people from the government and from NGOs, which are sort of like charities, or like the World Bank is an NGO, and also corporates, and also expert service providers. All right, here's in the room, as you can see, it's tapestry on the wall there. And this is one of our featured speakers. As you can see in our format, much like the Global TV Talk Show, our live meetings were very, very comfortable and very interactive rather than formal podium speech making. We had key speakers, but they were part of the audience and part of the group discussion and idea exchange. Everybody accessible, it's very authentic.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a timely announcement.
Hi, I'm Sergey Gorbatov.
I'm Angela Lane.
Together we're researchers, writers and practitioners in the field of human resources.
And we've also been multi-country, multi-assignment career expats.
We owe our professional development and growth to a very large extent to the international assignment opportunities that we have had.
But in a world where distributed work may become the norm, we also want to understand what will happen to the nature, duration, and purpose of international assignments.
Together with our colleague, Julian Dalzell from the University of South Carolina, we're undertaking a study on the future of expatriation.
And we'd value your contribution. You can participate in this important study by completing a simple 10-minute questionnaire.
Access the questionnaire by typing in your browser tinyurl.com/expert study. That's tinyurl.com/expert study. You can also find the link here on ED's website next to this video.
Thank you for joining us in this study. In return for your contribution, we'll provide you with a copy of our research.
And of course, you'll be invited to an exclusive webinar hosted by Ed, where we will share our findings right here on Global Business News.
And so please go to tinyurl.com/expat study. Take the survey so that we can better understand the future of expatriation.
Something that's really neat is that the Bridge School partners with various organizations to provide learning for their students. For example, we partner with a major ballet company, and we are able to enroll several of their students into our school. So now not only is the student able to participate in a school and have a seamless transition while they're very active in their ballet career, but now they have other dancers that are with them that are doing some of the same courses. So it's almost becoming a camaraderie where they're taking similar courses, they're working together on their ballet, and really being able to form this great partnership with these organizations to provide a needed service. A lot of times there are student athletes who will spend hours and hours at the gym or at the basketball courts, wherever it is. And if they're attending a traditional school, they're in school from 8 to 3. They get a quick snack, and then they're at the gym for 3 to 4 hours in the evening. Coming to us and having that partnership, they're able to break that up throughout the day. They can have a morning practice, get some schooling in, have an afternoon practice, finish their schooling in the evening. So there's that flexibility. And additionally, if there are tournaments or performances, it's fantastic because if there's a week where they have shows straight through, they can take that week off of learning and then pick back up when they're done. So it offers this great flexibility. And for the program owners of these sports leagues, it is a win-win situation for them because they see this need. They see this need that their students need to make sure that they are obtaining the grades necessary to be successful adults in our country and in other countries. But it provides them an environment where they can be successful at both.
Well, this is a prayer that's very special for me and for my own reasons. But this is used by people who are taking one step at a time to help themselves grow. Oh, well, this is a joke, but this is taken in San Diego Harbor. The area is Shelter Island, and that's not a real doggy, but it certainly looks like one. Somebody put the mask on. All right, this is not a trick photo. This is real. And it's amazing, isn't it? The fish jumps out of water. Oh, there he is again. I happened to catch that walking along Shelter Island. This is about a year ago. And well, we walk on Shelter Island frequently, probably 5 or 6 times a week. And it's about a mile and a half walk along the ocean, which is where that was, actually San Diego Bay. And on the backside where we just saw the doggy with a mask, that's where the boats are. It's quite a nice open space. Now, this is real. These are cactus plants of some kind. I forget the name of it, but isn't that amazing? I did not fix this picture up with any colors or anything. Okay, now this picture was taken in Big Bear Lake, which is a mountaintop community, 7,000 feet above LA Metro. And it was taken last winter in 2020. And the state of California was implementing heavy-duty COVID restrictions, shutting down businesses, not allowing people to meet, nobody wearing a mask, as you could see there. And so we were there, and it turned out to be a really wonderful experience. Yeah, it was a protest, but these are real. Businesses couldn't open. If businesses can't open, how are they going to pay their bills? How are they going to pay taxes? Oh, I mean, this is just nuts. So thankfully, and today is June 18th, 2021, the COVID restrictions have been lifted, and it's Liberation Day, really. Actually, California has had a lot of restrictions lifted for several weeks, but this was the official opening. But back then, it was tough, and you could see the extent to which everyday people wanted to show how they felt. And here we are still in Big Bear Lake, and this is lakeside walkway, as you could see. And again, we're at 7,000 feet in this picture. And it was late summer, as you could see, a lot of greenery. And this, we call it the bridges. And there's 2 bridges, about equal length. And as you can see at the far end there, those evergreen trees, there's a path through the forest, and then there's another bridge about as long. So we walk there frequently when we go up to Big Bear Lake. So this picture is in downtown San Diego, taken from our balcony and condo. And that's our flag, of course. And those are not real doves, but they look it. And captured the lighting. And you could see in the upper left, that's the real moon. So this is Joanne looking at sunset in Mission Beach, San Diego. And you can see a pelican out there in the sunset, some people on the beach. We're on the boardwalk. So Mission Beach is a city beach, famous. The roller coaster is there, and a lot of houses are set up for vacation rental. and there's a lot of bars and restaurants. Anyway, it's a ritual for people, residents of Mission Beach area, to come out every day at sunset, sometimes with a glass in their hand. So here we are at sunset, and this is the bubble man. He's there making bubbles. As you can see, the light capturing those is quite beautiful. So this is one of my favorite foods. It's called the acai bowl, and it's certainly high carbs. But this one particularly is prepared by a favorite restaurant in Encinitas, which is up the coast around 20 miles. And the restaurant is called Swami's, S-W-A-M-I''S. And right across the street is the Self-Realization Center. And of course, it's Eastern and Indian. And so this health foods restaurant is open air. It's a famous place for many years for locals to gather. And this is what I have every time I go there. So you can see it's the it's Brazilian. The acai plant is a fruit, and that's the purple. Then you see fresh strawberries and see some granola and the bananas on the top. And what you do is you mix it all together, and then you go for a power walk along the beach. And that's Global Photo Talk for June 18, 2021. Thank you. Once again, you're invited to contact me. Here's my email, publisher@globalbusiness.media. And send me some of your photos, an attachment. Don't overload one email, send it in several, and let me see what you got, and let's talk. Our phone is +1 for global, and then 619-787-3100, or email publisher@globalbusiness.media. You're on Global TV Talk Show. Thank you, Producer Paul.
Thank you for joining us in the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show.
Have a wonderful day, and stay safe.